For centuries, the tale of the Trojan horse has captivated imaginations. A colossal wooden beast, a cunning gift, and the ultimate deception that brought a mighty city to its knees. But what if the iconic image we hold in our minds isn't the whole truth? What if the legendary Greek horse was never actually a horse at all? In this documentary, we peel back the layers of myth and history, venturing beyond the epic poems to uncover the real strategy, the real trick that led to Troy's dramatic downfall. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about one of history's most enduring legends. The story is etched into our collective memory. After a grueling 10-year siege, the Achaeans, led by Odysseus's cunning, feigned retreat, leaving behind a colossal wooden horse. Believing it a peace offering to Athena, the Trojans, against warnings, wheeled the towering effigy inside their impenetrable walls. Under the cover of night, Greek warriors emerged from its hollow belly, opening the city gates to their waiting army, sealing Troy's tragic fate. This narrative, immortalized by poets, has become synonymous with strategic brilliance and devastating deception. But is it too simple to be true? For centuries, Troy was considered mere legend, a figment of Homer's imagination. Then, in the 19th century, Heinrich Schliemann's archaeological excavations in modern-day Turkey dramatically brought the city of Troy into the realm of historical fact. Layers upon layers of ancient settlements were uncovered, including evidence of a great citadel, formidable walls, and indeed, a catastrophic war during the Bronze Age. Schliemann's findings, though controversial, lent immense credibility to the idea that the Trojan War was not just a myth, but a conflict rooted in a tangible historical setting. This validation forces us to reconsider the details of its conclusion. It's crucial to remember that Homer, the supposed author of the Iliad and Odyssey, was a poet, not a historian. His tales were oral traditions, rich with metaphor and symbolism. Interestingly, the Iliad, which chronicles the war, ends before the fall of Troy. The story of the horse comes primarily from later sources in the Odyssey, where its description is often less literal than modern interpretations assume. The Greek word for the horse, delta omicron rho epsilon iota omicron pi pi omicron, dureos hippos, can also refer to a wooden device or a wooden contrivance, a term open to various interpretations beyond a literal equine structure. One compelling alternative suggests the Trojan horse was, in fact, a ship. Ancient ships, especially those from noble houses, often featured elaborate figureheads of animals, including horses symbolizing power or divine favor. The Greeks, known for their naval prowess, could have presented a strategically significant ship, perhaps disguised as a gift or a Trojan vessel, laden with elite soldiers. This gift could have been towed into the city's harbor, or even positioned near a sea gate, and its belly would then disgorge its hidden cargo, infiltrating Troy from within through a less obvious, but equally effective, method of entry. Perhaps the most widely accepted alternative theory posits that the horse was a formidable siege engine, a massive, wheeled tower or ram, potentially covered in horse hides to protect it from fire, or simply shaped like a horse as a symbolic gesture. Ancient armies frequently employed such devices to breach fortified walls. The Greeks, renowned for their ingenuity in warfare, could have constructed a particularly menacing siege tower, wheeled it to Troy's gates, and then, under the guise of abandonment or a gift, used it as a Trojan-made tool against itself, allowing hidden soldiers to ascend or smash through the defenses. This would be a wooden device capable of housing men and rolling into the city. Another fascinating, albeit more symbolic, theory connects the horse to natural phenomena. Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea, was also the god of earthquakes and, notably, horses. Some scholars suggest the Trojan horse was a metaphor for a devastating earthquake that weakened Troy's formidable walls, allowing the Greeks to finally breach them. The gift from the gods in this interpretation was not a wooden construct but a divine tremor, an act of Poseidon's fury or intervention, disguised as a horse in ancient oral tradition. This adds a layer of cosmic intervention to the historical conflict. Regardless of its exact physical form, be it ship, siege engine, or more abstract metaphor, the true genius of the Trojan horse lay in its psychological impact. The Greeks understood the Trojans' weariness after a decade of war, their desperation for peace, and their cultural reverence for divine offerings. The horse was an irresistible symbol, a seemingly benevolent gesture designed to disarm critical thought and exploit hope. This masterstroke of psychological warfare convinced the Trojans to willingly bring their demise inside their own defenses, illustrating the profound power of belief and manipulation in ancient conflict. Understanding ancient narratives requires more than a literal translation. Myth often serves as a vessel for historical truth, cloaked in metaphor and allegory to make stories memorable and impactful for oral cultures. The Trojan horse could be a condensed, dramatized account of a complex event, perhaps a specific type of siege equipment known colloquially as a horse or a cunning naval maneuver. By stripping away our modern, literal interpretations, we can appreciate the layers of meaning embedded in these foundational tales, revealing not just what happened, but how it was understood and conveyed by the people who lived it. Whether it rolled on wheels or sailed on water, the Trojan horse remains the ultimate blueprint for infiltration. It embodies the audacious strategy of turning an enemy's perceived victory into their undoing, of using trust as a weapon. The specific mechanics of its construction become secondary to the audacious concept. A seemingly harmless, even beneficial, object designed to breach impregnable defenses from within. This core idea, the gift that destroys, the hidden threat, has echoed through military history and strategic thinking for millennia, proving its effectiveness far beyond the walls of ancient Troy. The enduring mystery of the Trojan horse serves as a powerful reminder that history is rarely as simple as it seems. By critically examining ancient texts, considering archaeological evidence, and exploring alternative theories, we move beyond simplistic narratives. We don't diminish the legend. We enrich it, uncovering the layers of human ingenuity, technological advancement, and strategic brilliance that truly defined one of history's most pivotal conflicts. The Greek horse that wasn't actually a horse compels us to look deeper, to question, and to find the more profound, perhaps more human, truth buried within the myth. The legend of the Trojan horse endures, not just as a thrilling tale, but as a testament to the power of human ingenuity and deception. Whether it was a masterful siege engine, a cleverly disguised ship, or a metaphor for a devastating natural event, the heart of the story remains unchanged. Troy fell because its defenders were tricked into lowering their guard. This deeper understanding doesn't detract from the epic. It elevates it, transforming a simple fable into a complex historical puzzle that continues to fascinate and challenge us to unravel the true meaning behind the myths that shape our world.